Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Violet Madness. My name is Merrick, and I am your Dungeon Master, and with me as always are this band of adventurers teeming the lands of Castonia along with the magical plague that has swept through the lands. Previously, we have seen our adventurers arrive in Pethlan, and it is within the city walls that they have scaled up through the perilous tower of Galfond Illemis, the Archmage who is known to Daemon and also a little bit of an acquaintance of Aelfric. But he is rather powerful indeed, and the authorities have it on good note that Illemis is a key part in this puzzle in helping to find a potential cure for this disease. So, our party tasked with entering his tower. Many have tried, and all have failed. The mental challenges within, but with
They weren't Aelfric, so
they did not have an Aelfric in their midst, and
So true, so true.
it was with our party wizard's help that they were able to ascend to the top of the tower. However, it seems that they were a few weeks too late, as Galfond had been abducted by the Drow cult and dragged him to the Kernel Mines just north of Bernthus, to the north of Castonia. Galfond spoke of perils. He spoke of a devious plan to engulf the entire nation of Castonia with the Violet Madness, and placed a rather weighty task on Aelfric's shoulders. Aelfric seems to be the key somehow, but should Aelfric flee back to his homeland and potentially leave Castonia in the state that it is in, or stay and fight? Which risk weighs more? We shall find out. Before we bring the curtain back up again on this adventure, let's introduce everybody around the table. Today, I'm going to start with Ryan. Hello, Ryan.
Hi guys, I'm Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino, as most of you know by now, and today I am going to be playing Daemon Phileas Venust. Hello, my darlings. He is a 6 foot some tall red tiefling with stunning good looks, an absolute dress sense that will make you, swoon and beg for his mercy. And also he has his ever-loving and ever best friend, Rocket, with him, who has taken a bit of a shine to Aelfric, strangely enough. Maybe it's just the magical sense that's coming from him.
Maybe so indeed. Thank you, Ryan. And in keeping the theme of ridiculously good-looking player characters, let's move on to our lady killer, Stephen and Sir Tirion Shadowbane.
Well, with an introduction like that, I'm Stephen, your paladin pal over in the Emerald Collective Discord and Twitch. And this evening I'm playing Sir Tirion Shadowbane. Looks-wise, he is somewhere between Jaime Lannister and Prince Charming from Shrek. He is a 6'2" powerhouse and the chosen hand of Torm.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, sir. Next up, then, slightly lesser good-looking than the other two, is Shadar Vicanis. Dave.
Yeah, probably the smell of grave dirt. It's the thing that repels most of the women. But anyway, hi, I'm Dave, GM for the Saffron Saga, Rebirth of the Graven King, and the Stardust Twilight here on the Emerald Collective, and I play Shadar Vicanis, Grave Domain Cleric of the Raven Queen. Shadar is a half-elf, and you'd place him at around 100 years of age if it weren't for the fact that he was magically aged by an undead creature in an old manor house a long time ago. Shadar is only in his mid-30s and exists solely to destroy the undead for the glory of the Raven Queen. Shadar has bright white hair and turned white by his encounter with the creature in the house, and is typically dressed for battle in black leathers and a black chain shirt, and his trusty mace, which is also black, and a wineskin, which its contents are usually red, or maybe white, depends.
Very good. Thank you, Dave. Next up, then, Ali. Would you care to introduce yourself and your character?
sure thing. I am Ali Mar. You might know me from my romance books or from the Ladies of War. Either way, I hope you're having a good time with me. Today, I play Mina Dumont. Lady Dumont is a widow from Aston who traveled after the death of her husband, who seemed to die in the Red War. She's now trying to save the dukedoms or something. I don't know. She's a 50-year-old half-elf with tawny beige skin and long brown curly hair. She's got a happy attitude and a sunny smile with a pep in her step. She is a College of Whispers bard who can be found with a drum on her hip and a rapier on her side. She wears white riding leathers with a blue top and a sash, but if you look closely enough, her shadows might seem to dance.
Thank you very much. And last but not least, then we have Matt.
Okay, hello there, everybody. I'm Matt, and I will be playing Aelfric the half-elven wizard specializing in evocation. He is a bit of an absent-minded fellow, but has some powerful magics up his sleeve to use in a pinch.
Absolutely, and that has been seen time and time again. And of course, I am Mark, your dungeon master. I've been leading these adventures through thick and thin, dealing slashing, bludgeoning, piercing, and emotional damage. But alas, let's continue with our adventure. So, I believe where we left it off last time. You have all exited Galfond Illemis' tower. You're in the kind of Pethlan gardens as we speak. After speaking with the guard who is on duty at the door of the tower, the next port of call would be the old palace where the four dukes and duchesses are having a parley with the king at this moment in time. However, as you are walking through the gardens on this bright, sunny, cheerful mid-afternoon, Mina, you notice a familiar bird in a nearby tree singing quite a beautiful song. A sapphire bird with a kind of pale blue beak is perched on a branch and is tweeting away melodiously and flies over towards you and kind of flutters around you a little bit before sweeping its way across the Pethlan Gardens and perches itself on the shoulder of a man across the way you can see just beyond the fountain. He's leaning up against a stone pillar, and in his hand he is admiring a flower. Can I ask you to make a nature roll?
Oh God, I don't even have to. This is the love. Like if I roll a 1 on this is I want you to know on the same level of Shadar's. No, we'll do it.
If you know what it is, that's totally fine. Ladies and gentlemen,
freaking Raven!
That was a 1.
No, I don't.
That is amazing.
You had to say it out loud. You absolutely.
Birds are controlled by the government. The birds are controlled by the government.
You do not particularly notice the flower itself, but you notice the person on which the bird is after perching on. It's Joris Rosh, the man you met back in Kingdom's Cross, the liberator of the Ambersand people, or Elfwigante as he is.
Elfwigante.
Sounds like a fashion designer.
Yes.
Sounds like you get cream for that.
But he looks at you and he gives
It
you
probably, truthfully, sounds more like a circus performer because translated, it's like the man on fire, or like.
Hence the cream.
such a deep burn.
Very deep.
Yes, you see Joris.
But okay, good. I see Joris. Yeah,
He waves to you.
I will make my way over. It's the morning now, or is it?
It's kind of mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon. Okay. Just to double check, is this the same day we came out of the tower? Like we split up after that?
You were in the tower for a couple of hours.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
It was kind of morning time when you entered the tower, and that was kind of mid-afternoon. It's about maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. In the back of my mind, I do note that it does seem a bit south for these birds, maybe. I think south for Castonia for these birds, right?
It's definitely way too far west.
Oh, we are pretty west for them too. Yeah. Okay. So I'll notice that.
You'd never see the sapphire songbirds in the
Yeah,
Midlands.
interesting. Um, but yeah, no, I'll walk over to him, kind of give him a wave, give him a smile. He's not with anyone, is he?
He is by himself, and how about everyone else? Is everyone else following?
Holy shoot. What did
Guiding.
you do, Shadar?
Dave,
I'm
Shadar just
joking.
cast guiding
I'm
bolt, it
joking.
seems. Is everyone else kind of like Mina's just breaking away from the group, it seems, and walking over to Yoris? What's everyone else doing?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd say we're in that
Stroll
group.
along.
Stride, just kind of.
Probably as a matter of urgency for Aelfric, he'll want to report back to the rulers of the results of their little expedition to the tower.
Okay, so you're heading straight for the old palace, then, are you?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, okay. So, as everybody else follows Mina, Aelfric kind of continues towards the old palace, and Mina, as you approach, Yoris kind of stands up straight and kind of gives the flower a bit of a smell, and he hands it to you as you approach. He goes, "Ah, there she is. I've been looking for you, you know."
Ali, you're muted.
Fucking one.
You kind of cut out there for a minute.
I said, and now I can't recognize the flower because of a nat freaking one. We'll just pretend that I'm more focused on him and I didn't even notice the flower. So I guess, let's see. Last time I saw this man, it had been about a baby and about, the person who was falsely imprisoned.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry, what did he say again?
I've been looking for you.
And now you found me.
Indeed, little Birdie told me you were in the area, so I had to come and see for myself.
Mina, why don't you introduce us to your... What are you?
Me? Oh, well, I'm a friend of
I see.
Lady Dumont. Similar...
Funny, she's not really ever spoken of you.
Ah, well, I cannot say that I am not wounded by this, but that is totally fine. Secrecy is the game here.
Yes, and this one is quite good at keeping secrets. It seems.
As am I, and sometimes the less said, the better for everybody. It seems as though... actually, I recognize you all. You seem to be one less. I see your friend has gone for a walk elsewhere, and that is fine. Mina, I was hoping we might get a chance to continue our conversation. And of course, your friends are welcome to join me. There is something I believe you must see. It pertains to our situation.
Well, I wouldn't want that to wait. As far as introductions go, this is Yoris. I will let you introduce yourself, I guess, but this is Father Vicanus, Sir Tirion Shadowbane, and Damon, I'm not sure if you have a title either.
I do, but I don't use it in normal company.
Also, a small correction. I've been called Daddy many times, but never yet attained the rank of father.
He gives both. He extends a hand. Well, firstly, he hands the flower to Mina before shaking hands with Father Vicanus.
Father Vicanus will give him his strongest grip.
A firm handshake. I like that in a man. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you, sir. And Sir Shadowbane, was it not? A man that seems well equipped to deal with the dangers on the roads, eh? And he shakes your hand as well.
And he'll give it that extra squeeze on the other handshake.
Divine sense.
My God.
A firm handshake again, and these gauntlets.
Ogreish, are they not?
He turns to
Mina
Daemon.
is clear. Not necessarily for anyone to notice, but Mark, for you to notice. Mina is clear not to give full names.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He kind of shakes his right hand, hoping a little bit of blood will recirculate there soon. But in that spirit, he kind of clasps Daemon on both his shoulders and kind of brings him in to kiss him on both cheeks. Daemon, was it? Pleasure to meet you, sir. Pleasure to meet you, sir. You are quite well outfitted, my good man. This is more seasonable dress sense for this weather.
First of all, how exotic, and hello. Second of all, it's nice that you remembered to give her a flower after you gave her a baby, after all.
Oh, well, she did save us. She did save us quite a bit of heartache and pain that day. And
yes, saved herself a lot of pain, unlike most women that have that situation.
Well.
Goodness. Well, I much prefer the flower to the baby.
Mina.
But speaking of the baby, how is everything?
Everything back in Kingdom's Cross is well. Those who have avoided the army's capture are now safe. My sister and her child included, and all is well. All is well. What remains is the detainment of some of our allies here in Pethlan. That is why I am here, and that is why I have sought you out.
What is he actually thinking at that
Mina,
moment when he's saying that?
Oh gosh. Well,
Okay.
as Daemon is tapping into his head, Mina's arms are crossed and her eyes just kind of turn over to where she knows that the guards are keeping the prisoners, and there's like I don't know who's aside like in front of her other than Eurus, but there's definitely a hardness in her gaze.
Okay.
Like all business all of a sudden.
For sure. The surface thoughts, Daemon, you hear Eurus think, it's fortunate that I have seen Mina here now at this time, and with able-bodied friends, even better.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But he says, well, everything in Kingdom's Cross aside, I think a flower is the least I can do in terms of a fair greeting for, well, you yourself are a flower in the midst of a desert, no? And it's when he says that, Mina, you realize what you hold in your hand is a shadow blossom flower. You haven't seen one in years.
Decades at this point, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, as I say, there is something I think you must see before we get down to brass tacks, eh? Do you have somewhere you need to be? Can you spare maybe an hour or two?
Yes, I can spare it.
Excellent.
Well, I hope you have a great time. I have things to do. Shadar will turn around and walk off.
Very good, sir, Father Vicanus. Pleasure to make your acquaintance once again.
I'm not a father.
I thought you were a father. Did we not have this conversation
I'm
at
sorry,
the bar?
I don't think
Like last
the
whole
Did I?
100%, because I remember you saying you were like, "Oh, Miss Dumont," and I was like, "Oh, that's Lady Dumont." And you were like, "Then that's Father
Well,
Vicanus,"
then,
and I was
okay,
like,
well,
"Daddy,"
disregard
and you were
all
like,
of that. I probably
"No."
made that up on the
Like,
spot. And completely forgot about it.
it's like-
It's been, what, months
Can
since we played last?
confirm that was said in
listen,
episode
you
1.
never forget calling a man daddy.
Okay, cool. Well, then he
So-
will accept that then, and we can disregard the daddy comment. Well, I mean,
no, you
the
are
latter
more
half
than
of
welcome to
the
have kept
daddy
that. That
comment.
was great.
I mean, trust me, there is a difference between father and daddy.
Well,
There
that's
is-
exactly what he was going for, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I loved it.
And cool. Well, then Father Vicanus will.
We could go middle ground and just call him Paul.
Paul Vicanus. Yeah, Shadar will turn around and he will.
This is
like,
Pappy Vicanus.
Pepe Vicanus.
If we ever do a Wild West spin, that has to be it.
just spitting into a spittoon.
That's your Toll the Dead right there.
He is he's put out, but he's trying not to make it look like he's put out, but he's not very good at that. So he will turn around and storm off, probably get caught in his cape a little bit and flap it off, and then head off, and then realizes he's gone the wrong way, and then turn around and walk past him again.
Let me be clear, Mina did not exclude anyone from this.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's right.
I take it then
you're probably head off and follow Aelfric.
Perfect. That's what I was asking. Yep. Brilliant.
Before Tyrion will turn around and goes, and where is it you are planning on taking and Miss Mina for these hour or two to show her something? You planning on leaving the city?
Why do you have to say it so suspiciously?
It's nothing quite. I plan to take you outside the city gates, and you are all welcome, of course. Just perhaps maybe 20 minutes outside the city gates.
Well, I think it'd be unjust of us to let our good lady friend here go unaccompanied. So I shall come along as well.
Excellent.
So, Sir Tyrion, we've split the party. Which way are you going?
Tyrion will kind of just stare off towards the palace for a moment. And it's, I'm accompanying you, of course. If you are leaving the safety of the city, I must accompany you. But in reality, while he was staring off, he was sending Fido, his companion, to sit by the old palace entryway and wait for Aelfric and Shadar to be finished.
And it's almost as if Fido just emerges from the thicket of flowers and blooms in the garden and just kind of dashes off after Shadar. And he will do as told. He will wait outside the doors to the old palace, and away he goes. And Yoris says, "Please, with me. Yes, there's much to be spoken of," and he'll lead you guys away. At the old palace, Aelfric, you make your way up the stone steps, and there are dozens of guards on either side of you, holding spears, holding kind of spears, tridents, that kind of thing, and they have heard of who you are and your business here, and they don't give you any kind of hassle. They don't even speak to you. They just kind of allow you passage. And soon after, just as you reach the old palace doors, Shadar was walking at a bit of a quickened pace and kind of catches up with you. And two guards kind of take the iron hinges or iron kind of doorknobs and pull the large doors open before the two of you, Fido sitting just outside. And it opens up to this immaculately polished white marble foyer. Before you, this red carpeted stairwell in the middle of this foyer kind of goes straight up and splits off into kind of two directions, left and right, leading upstairs. And the foyer is pillared with decorative kind of emblems from the four dukedoms, for the royal crest, burning sconces over in the ceiling, the domed ceiling, and this stained glass fixture at the top is kind of decorating the floor in a multitude of colors in the afternoon sun. And again, the guard presence in the foyer is just teeming, given that pretty much every single important person in Castonia is in this building at this moment in time. As you enter, you're greeted by the captain of the guard. He introduces himself as Phil Phillips, and he He greets you both. And he goes, "I've heard from my men that you are coming, and the fact that you are here and you have all your faculties bears good news, no?"
In a manner of speaking, we've completed the task that His Highness assigned to us. We're here to report the outcome.
Excellent, excellent. His Highness is finishing up a meeting as we speak, but please have a seat. I'll have some grapes and some wine brought to you. You must be tired from your ordeal.
Some refreshments would be welcome.
Of course. Please have a seat. And
Plenty of wine for my friend here,
Yes.
Of course.
Plenty.
if it doesn't trouble you too much.
Not at all.
Even if it does.
He kind of gives you a gracious kind of head bow and walks off. And as he kind of walks off, 3 armed guards on either side of him kind of turn tail and follow him as he kind of heads upstairs and kind of out of sight. About 3-4 minutes later, you are brought the refreshments you seek with copious amounts of wine, and you're kind of waiting there an additional maybe 5-10 minutes when you definitely don't need to roll for this because Shadar is there with his passive perception of 225,000. You hear a large clang upstairs, the opening and closing of doors. And you see a couple of people come into view upstairs, just on the balcony. You see this man in very kind of fine, rich kind of garments, and the most defining feature on his person is the golden crown which sits upon his head, and he is walking kind of graciously along the banister upstairs in this kind of foyer. With him are a number of people. You see a very elegantly dressed tiefling woman. You see Duke Femlis walking at either side of him. The other side of him, of the king. And the king is kind of walking side by side with another man that you recognize. You immediately notice him as Dr. Kevin Albrecht, who is beside the king.
Oh.
You may remember him from such popular adventures as the evil doctor from Femlis.
Have we been told about... So the modified
Damon
memory
It's a
gone.
very good point.
Damon told us all.
Damon
yeah.
has told you about his excursions.
I think
Okay, so we know that he casts modify memory.
Yeah, you know that he altered Damon's memory and that he is practicing necromancy. You know these things.
yeah. Aelfric cast some sort of spell, or was looking and noticed the spell on Daemon, ended the spell on Daemon, and Daemon
I
was
think
like,
it was me. It was
"That
actually Shadar that
fucking
cast
bastard!" And then, oh, was it Shadar?
Greater
Sorry.
Restoration. No,
Yes.
well, he didn't
Sorry,
notice it, yeah.
my apologies.
Yeah.
That was Aelfric. But yeah, so that's what happened, and then he told us, I think, everything.
Yeah, I think if memory serves, you were casting Greater Restoration to cure something else, and
Yeah.
that lifted the modify memory as well. But alas, you see Dr. Albrecht with the dukes and duchesses of the realm, along with the king himself. What's different about him, though, is his left arm is in a sling, which wouldn't be a common sight. Usually bone fractures and deep wounds and stuff like that are usually healed up by a cleric with magic pretty quickly. The only people you'd see in kind of casts and crutches and stuff would be the poor, who wouldn't be able to kind of afford that kind of luxury. But as you know, Dr. Albrecht he'd be a well-off type individual.
He's also
alas,
undead though, so it wouldn't affect him. Asshole.
He is not actually undead. I never gave that impression. But he's practicing necromancy, but he himself, well, as far as you guys are aware, I suppose, he is not undead.
How far
But
away is he?
he's about, I'd say about 40 foot across the foyer and then about another 20 foot up. So let's use Pythagoras' theorem here. Yeah, so
Could we say that he's within 60 feet?
you could say that.
I'll drop an eyes at the grave. First level.
Okay, can you let everyone else know what that does?
Great. So Eyes of the Grave is a Grave Domain cleric ability. At first level, you gain the ability to occasionally sense the presence of the undead, whose existence is an insult to the natural cycle of life. As an action, you can open your awareness to magically detect undead. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover and that isn't protected from divination magic. This sense doesn't tell you anything about the creature's capabilities or identity. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, which is 1,000,000. Minimum of once. You regain all expended usage when you finish a long rest.
Okay. Aelfric, next to Shadar, you kind of see, as he kind of leers at Dr. Albrecht, you can see that, you know, some of the veins in the cartilage in his eyes kind of turn black, and his iris kind of decolors, turns kind of a whitish hue, and he stares at Dr. Albrecht. Shadar, no, you don't get the sense of any undead in the vicinity.
Okay.
And your eyes just kind of snap back to normal.
He'll turn to Alfred and go, it's quite strong wine, actually, isn't it?
As you kind of stare on, you can't, even with your passive perception, you can't hear what exactly they're talking about that far away. But Dr. Albrecht and the king seem to be having, quite a friendly conversation.
Yeah, so the vibe is good.
The vibe is good.
Definitely good, or is there any sort of forced interaction there? Or?
The king gives a kind of, a gentle smile and kind of clasps Dr. Albrecht's right shoulder and kind of gives it a little kind of, a little shake, but that's kind of like a pally kind of way, as opposed to
more interesting. Dr. Albrecht's vibe, is he like, is there something in his eyes where he feels like he's accomplished something because that they're this friendly, or that he's this is a genuine friendship, or a friendship based on something he wants? Through the body language,
you're getting the impression from the body language that the king, like, they're not like pally in that kind of sense, but the king is kind of almost looks like he's trusting the doctor with something. Like, that hand on the shoulder is kind of it's a gesture of trust by the looks of it, because Dr. Albrecht, he has a very kind of, not stern, but a determined look on his face.
Okay.
And he kind of nods his head as if like agreeing or acknowledging something.
I'm really annoyed that I recently cast True Seeing and can't cast it again, but anyway.
But indeed, the conversation kind of comes to a conclusion a few moments after that, and Dr. Albrecht begins to come down the stairs as the rest of the dukes and duchesses and the king retire back into the main chamber, the throne room, as it were. Dr. Albrecht comes down the steps, and once he reaches the foyer, the ground floor of the foyer, you can hear the heel of his boot send an echo with each step as he walks towards the front door. But before he leaves...
Is he walking past us, or...?
Yeah, he is, yeah, and as he's kind of walking
stand
past
up to... Ah, Dr. Albrecht.
He turns and looks at you both and gives
Sorry, he'll say, actually, Dr. Schmidt, how are you?
He'll stop and he'll turn and look at you both and give a curt smile and approach you both. You notice now that the sling his arm is in is just a standard cloth sling with a knot tied over the shoulder. His left hand lies limp in that sling, and he approaches you both, keeping a distance, though, of about 10 feet away.
How are you, Dr. Schmidt?
Dr. Albrecht, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry, I must have had my memory modified. I mean, I must have forgotten.
You can see that his kind of face kind of goes from a polite smile to it kind of drops for a moment, but he
eyes will bore into him.
He'll laugh and say, "Indeed, happens to the best of us, my good man. What of the task I had beseeched you of your group, the Grothblooms? I don't believe you managed to retrieve."
Oh, it's on the list.
Oh, it's on the list.
It's on the list
Some
of things to do.
more pressing matters have.
Oh, more pressing matters than the lives of the people of Castonia, it seems. And he says that out very loud. Not very. No, he doesn't shout it, but he says it echoes throughout the chamber. More important things to do than the lives of every citizen of this land, it seems.
Surely, if
We
that
all know you're
important-
very interested in the living.
Of course, I'm very interested in saving lives. He kind of like that. He kind of says the last bit kind of almost through his teeth.
Surely, if you were that interested, we wouldn't be the only ones you'd hire to find your precious Grottbloom. Tell me, how many teams are there out there looking for it?
Well, as luck would have it, I
Yes.
have acquired some.
Excellent.
And working on a cure as we speak. Just been brought in by His Majesty, and
Is
been
your
tasked-
laboratory here, or have you abandoned that work to communicate with royal powers?
Well, I have been brought here at the behest of the king, as Professor Illemis has been predisposed. I'm next in line to have any means of doing something about this illness.
Did you not manage to fix your broken arm there, I see?
Ah, foolish experiment gone awry, it seems.
Would you like me to utilize the powers of the Raven Queen to mend your wounded limb?
I've besought the healing powers of the town clerics already. It's just still giving me a little bit of trouble.
Still?
Give it another day or two.
I mean,
It matters not.
I have several powerful magics at my disposal.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. That is
I could mend it straight away.
That is quite all right.
Why would you not want me to? You sure?
It is already healed. It's just giving me a little bit of a twinge.
Oh, I see.
But
Very well.
I do appreciate the very kind gesture. Tell me, how is that fine young man, Daemon?
Oh, a little bit forgetful these days. Yes,
You see a smile creep on his face this time. Very visible smile.
But you'd know, being such a busy man, you'd know what it's like to forget things now and again, wouldn't you?
Of course.
I look forward to visiting you again in your your home, and
Oh, we will
Maybe
be
it's-
seeing each other much sooner than that.
I hope so.
No, we will. Rest assured. Our paths will
Excellent.
cross. We have,
I'll make sure of it.
with my medical knowledge and your arcane prowess, I'm sure between the two of us, we will find an end to this disease.
We'll find an end.
Together, and he extends his good hand out to both of you. Together, we will save Castonia.
I'll pat him on the shoulder and refuse to shake.
On his
Good
bad
to
shoulder.
see you, my friend. Yeah.
And
Yes,
you
do
too.
take care until we next meet, Dr. Albrecht.
And it will be soon.
No,
be soon.
you better believe it, my friend.
Very good, very good, very good.
There are new things.
Well, much to do, and such little time to do it. I shall be off. And he kind of turns and heads out towards the front door.
Where's that guiding pulse spell? Yeah, okay.
Back at the town gates, Tirion, Daemon, Mina, and Joris have just left the city walls of Pethlan and have been walking out in the countryside. Past some farms, and you would have noticed this on your way into Pethlan, that there's acres and acres, hectares upon hectares of farmland before reaching the actual city walls itself. But Pethlan is known for its forests as well. It's surrounded by what is known as the Applewoods. And there's kind of little kind of forestry scattered here, there, and everywhere among the farmlands. And Joris, after about maybe 10-15 minutes, kind of leads you down this kind of beaten path towards this forested area. And he says, he stops first, turns to all three of you, and looks past you, looks behind you all, kind of goes on his tiptoes to kind of see past Tyrion's head, and he says, very good, very good. We are not seen. Please, this way, and before we go any further, I must ask your discretion, all three of you, that should you refuse my proposal, I ask your word that you will not tell the Pethlan guard of what you are about to see, yes? I promise you, nothing sinister. I promise you.
Mina nods.
If you sense any sinisterness, you may break your vow.
Sure, as they say, in for a penny and in for a pound.
I could make that
bird still here?
Bird has been kind of fluttering around, yeah.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Very good.
I could make this reason that if nothing sinister against the people of Pethlan comes up in this word you wish to have, if we choose to help or not, I will keep it silent.
He places a hand on your shoulder and gives you a sincere look. You have my word, Sir Paladin.
Very well.
I
And
just whispered to Mina. He may be everyone's type, my dear.
Mina kind of nods, does one of those things where like you kind of move your head back and forth, and it, yeah, nope, totally right. Are you jealous?
Always, dear.
And as Yoris kind of oblivious to your private conversation,
I mean, he's touching on Tyrion, so I imagine Daemon's a little.
That's fair.
Mark is too, probably.
As Yoris kind of turns and heads in towards the little kind of forestry, it's more like a small little woodland more than anything else. But he brings you another 5 minutes into the thicket, and comes to an abrupt stop, and he turns and says, "Well, here we are. What do you think?" You look around and you see nothing but trees.
I'm assuming there's going to be a grand reveal.
Of course. And he kind of claps his hands a couple of times, and your vision all begins to blur. And then after a moment, you realize that it's not actually your vision that's blurring. It's the forest before you that's blurring.
Wonderful.
But you kind of look around and you see behind you isn't, to your sides isn't, it's just what's in front of you. And then you see this kind of like rectangular shape, this translucent triangular shape begin to form. And he goes, "Honey, we are home." And the shape of the forest realigns, and this huge kind of barn just appears in the forestry. He says, "I think you, Mina, would know the tricks of the hallucinatory terrain spell, eh?" And this huge kind of, for want of a better word, farmhouse or barn appears in the forest where the trees once were. He says, please, come in. And he opens the doors, and inside you see dozens and dozens of people kind of going about kind of their daily lives inside this huge barn.
Oh, I love this.
You see animals, you see like people trading fruits, vegetables, you see men, women, children of all different kind of races and demographics and whatnot. And they notice as the door opens, they see Yoris, and they greet him with praise, with laughter, with you see a couple of guys kind of come up and kind of clap him on the back and that kind of thing. And he says, "Welcome to the refuge of the Ampersand people here in our Pethlan chapter. Come in, let me give you the tour."
Mina does a double glance at Yoris, and she's like, "Did you build this?"
Well, No, of course, not me by myself, but with the help of all of the good people here who are waiting to return home. We together build a little slice of our homeland here, hidden in the forests. We yearn for the sands, but we make do.
Why did you leave the sands?
Well, a lot of us left to seek fortune, to seek other lives, but when the Red War breaks out, getting back home again, well, got a little bit difficult, and with the end of the war came, well, uprisings and some such. Many people did not like the annexation of the Ambersand Isle. There were uprisings, rebellions, and then, of course, as you have seen, Castonian Guard, they take in some of our people. Some, albeit not innocent, but most definitely innocent, and detain them. I only seek to bring my people home should they want to leave here. And that is where you come in, Lady Dumont. And I'm going to give you a little bit of time to think about that, because that is a good place to leave it for today.
Oh yeah, it really is.
So, there you have it. A couple of developments in the story. Yeah, so we'll pick it up next time.
Heartbreak's gonna die.
Oh,
I hope
so
he
few.
does.
That remains to be seen.
Fucking Kevin, man.
That remains to be seen.
Every time I let my manners tell me where to fucking go, I miss the cunt I want to decapitate.
If there's anyone that does fan art, that moment between Shadar, Aelfric, and Kevin would be amazing to see. Oh, he's such a dickhead.
Oh man, this is so cool.
And sure, look, we'll see where the story takes us next. So, as always, thanks to you guys for being amazing players. Thank you to everyone listening for following us along on this adventure. It's as fun as always.
Thank you, Mark.
I miss this game.
Don't forget, you can catch us on Twitch. We stream several nights a week with loads of homebrew and published campaigns.
Absolutely. Feel free to catch us up on all those platforms and more. Jump onto our Discord and say hi.
Please do. We're there a lot.
With that, guys, we shall see you for the next outing.
Seeing you.
Goodbye, my darlings.
Goodbye.
Bye everyone.